Hey, my super beautiful, lovely, gorgeous souls. How you all doing today? This is my haunted series. Today we're doing ghosted. In sort of a pick a card, I'm going to spread out some cards and we're going to talk about the nature of this ghost, what you need to know, why they've done this, their motivation, their fears, anything that comes out that you need to know about. What do you need to know about the future and possible healing or closure or anything else that spirit has to bring today. So we'll move my little crystal ball.
And ask again.
Ask again. Okay, we'll take that in. So you're going to choose 1, 2, or 3, and I'm going to leave timestamps. So we've got 1, 2, or 3. So you choose, check the timestamps. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. I'm trying to get to 5,000. Help me out. Let's get into this reading without further ado. So if you chose card 1, ghost number 1. So we've got the Hermit. So this person could just be a little bit closed off. They could be the kind of person that doesn't want to come out of their shell, doesn't want to open up about things. They could be like a very private person. I kind of feel like they're just in their element being alone right now. Unfortunately, that doesn't help you out if they've sort of ghosted and left you. But what the problem with them is that I'm feeling is that they have an issue with settling down and an issue with sort of having to find themselves. So let's see one of the main reasons here. Ooh, so we've got unauthentic. In the past, I tried to be what others wanted me to be. So they don't really know who they are. I mean, that's kind of like spot on with the Hermit, because the Hermit is sort of like doing soul searching. So I feel like if they have ghosted you, it's not that they've gone on to somebody else. It's that they've sort of going, I don't know, within more. I'm getting like, you know, they're searching for the answers within. They're kind of searching for why are they like this. They don't really know why, is what I'm getting. Let's see what else. Yeah, look at that. We've got some resistance. I don't like being told what to do or feel. So it could also be this person has issues with control, meaning that they don't want to be controlled in a relationship or feel like they're being controlled in a relationship. But they're not brave enough to say that out loud, is what I'm getting. And there's a type of resistance within them for themselves to accept that they really don't want to be alone, but they're so fearful of what will happen, they're not even giving relationships a chance at this time, is what I'm getting from spirit. So, I mean, what else do we need to know? Why have they done this? We've got some answers. Let's get some more. Why have they ghosted? Why? So they can't get over their past, is what I'm getting. And I feel like they are on a mission to sort of figure that out and do what they need to do to sort of demolish that past. I feel like this person right now, the energy they're in, I would almost say be glad that they've done this to you, because their energy is very like a wreckage type energy. I feel like this is a very representative of who they are. They're chained and bound to their past, and they've got so much of this sort of down and draught and negative energy that it would literally, if you allowed it to, destroy some of your beautiful energy. So let's see what else motivated them. What else is behind their motivation? So they're afraid to move on. That's really interesting. Being afraid of the unknown, like what's to come. And it's also about not wanting to like, it's about wanting to leave shit behind you, but still afraid that it's like at your heels. So they're in a very conflicted place right now. I would not take it completely personal. I mean, it's shitty to ghost somebody. We know this. But I wouldn't take it so deeply personal, because I feel like they don't even know what they're doing. They have no clue. They're just trying to get by. And I feel like if you came across their path, you know, I feel like they definitely saw a hope or light for a relationship with you. They're just terrified. And it's not an excuse, okay? We're just trying to get to the bottom of this, hopefully, to get some clarity and gain some understanding and wisdom about the situation. But that's really the core of it, is fear. Okay, so what else do you need to know about their fears, or what do you need to know about the future? Anything like that. Ooh, imprisonment. Now, I mean, this could be literally that they have some type of criminal issue in their past, but I'm getting more that it's like they've locked themselves away. I feel like they almost feel like they deserve this. Like they deserve to be alone, or they deserve to not have love. I feel like they've convinced themselves this. I also feel like this is them locked into their past. They just don't see any way out of it. And that Hermit card really sums that up, because I feel like they're desperately trying and they're desperately seeking the answers. But they're not looking for anybody else, okay? It's not like they've gone on to somebody else. They're really very alone, and in their aloneness, they're trying to find themselves. What else do we need to know? What else do we need to know? Yeah, look at courtship. I mean, they put effort into this. That's what makes it so fucked up. They actually put the effort in and made you feel like it was going to be like something, or you had hope, and they were really kind of doing all of those traditional things, I feel like. Yeah, I feel like they're just so scared. Fear really took over here. Because I feel like they really do like you. They really do see, like, or at the time they did certainly see a future with you. They wanted to, I feel like they just didn't trust themselves. Let's see what else. Ooh, look at that. Concern, yes. To me, that's saying that they're too concerned that they were not going to be enough, or they couldn't handle the depth of it, is what I'm getting here. Let's see what else. Sort of like, what do you need to know? Because this person's definitely conflicted. What else do you need to know? Let's see. We're going to go with my haunted oracle here. What else do you need to know? I mean, and about the future, and about some messages possibly for like closure. Ooh, so they might try to manipulate you. They might try to come back and manipulate you, and they're not ready for commitment. I feel like they're really afraid. They don't want to see the truth. They don't want to speak the truth. They're just like in this entrapment. So I feel like if they're reaching out at any time to you, it may not be right for you. I feel like they're trying to manipulate the situation to make themselves look like the victim. Does that make sense? Let's see. Yeah, there's something about this whole thing that's very misunderstood, and I'm getting misunderstandings and not being able to communicate the right way with one another. So if this connection was removed from your life, even if it's temporarily, I feel like it was for a reason, because this person goes about their life carrying this enormous chip on their shoulder. Like their past was shitty and they feel misunderstood because of it. So let's get a message for you on the outro for healing from this, or any type of closure that you might need from this. Anything at all that may comfort you to deal with this situation a little better. Look at that. So we've got Meryl. Be your own first priority. So I feel like you may have attracted somebody who was emotionally unavailable because you weren't putting enough into your own, life and your own living, okay? What I feel like is that this is like, like a lot of people are empathic out there and don't even understand what empathic is or what it means to be an empath. But this has to do with somebody or anybody stealing your energy away from you. So, when you're on an airplane, they always tell you to put on your own oxygen mask before you try to put on your neighbor's. And that is without saying that if you don't make sure your own energy bar is full, you'll have no energy to give someone else. So be brave enough to admit when you need to take that step back from the demands of others and working so hard to hold something up. Okay, I hope that was helpful to you. And certainly not pleasant to go through a situation like this. So I wish you love and light. So let's get on to the next card. So the nature of this ghost. The next card. Ooh, we've got 8 of Wands. So I feel like they're just somebody who's rushing through life. And I feel like they wanted a fast connection with you. And fast, everything happened fast is what I'm getting. In a technical way, I feel like they got what they wanted from you. in some way, whether it was emotional or physical or spiritual or whatever. If it was a combination of all those things, they feel like they got what they wanted from you. And I feel like they're just like this. They get what they want and they move on very quickly, unfortunately. So what do we need to know? I mean, specifically, like, what is the nature of this ghost? Like, why have they done this? Like, what is their issues? We've got impulsiveness. Yeah, that fits perfectly. I want instant gratification a lot in life. So they're not willing to wait for things. They have a voracious appetite. It might be sexual. It might be that they want to encompass every emotion from somebody and try to feel full from it, and they don't get it. So then they go on to the next. This person is battling like a fruitless search is what I feel like, because they have not grasped this lesson in life yet, that like not everything can be instant, not everything should be that way. Let's see what else we've got. Fear of humiliation. Interesting. I'd rather keep things in than embarrass myself. So they might have issues like thinking that they can commit. Like, in other words, they're so used to this wham bam thank you ma'am energy that they don't even feel like they know a thing about it. So they stay safe in that energy. They'd rather do that than say, I really like you, or I really want to be with you, or I really think I could grow with you, because they're afraid they're going to get rejected. They've had that happen to them in the past, is what I'm getting right off the bat. And they've all, see, self-doubt. Self-doubt wounds. Yeah, absolutely. I could see that. That's why they're like, I'll just take what I can in the moment, because it's safe. That's what I'm feeling. So, you know, what is more of the reason of why they've done this? Like, sort of like their motivation and fears, because we've got a piece of that here. But let's go in depth. We've got poor outlook. Yeah, change. They can't really change their perspective about the way that they've grown accustomed to the way they love. And unfortunately, they're more of a physical person. They feel like physical is more satisfying than emotional, because they don't want to put work into anything. They don't want to share emotion or feel like they're obligated to do that. So it's sort of like they use their body and they use their sex and their desire to fill that void, but it never gets filled. Yeah, they're toxic. Rid yourself of their poison. So, I mean, if this is in separation, or this is some type of connection you felt particularly drawn to, or you can't get over it and you don't know why, it could be more karmic. But either way, if this person has toxic energy because they're so impulsive and they're not thinking about the people around them that they could be possibly hurting, that's what makes them toxic. And also wanting to be impulsive with you, or wanting to get what they want out of instant gratification energy, is toxic to you. Let's see what else we need to know. It's not fixable. So, I mean, in a way, like, you have to look at it like this. This person is being pushed out of your life for a reason. They came into your life for a reason. They're being pushed out for a reason. You might not know that immediately or understand it immediately why, but you're not meant to fix this. They can't be fixed. It might be that has triggered something within you that you're like, well, maybe I can help, or I can change them or fix them or whatever. But you're getting from spirit, no, you can't. They're in such a negative hold with this because it's all they know. They don't know anything else, and they're not willing to try right now because it suits their life. What else do we need to know? Motivations, fears, anything else we need to know about this person? They're going to reach out to you. And I mean, you might find it like joyous or happy. You might feel like really excited about it or happy about it. They're going to reach out to you. I feel like it's just a cycle they want to create. They want to have enough of this around them, almost like disposable love, I want to say, is what I'm hearing from spirit, or fake love, because they don't really know what real love is and they're not willing to take a chance on it. But they're going to reach out to you. They think that in some way that they can, it's a challenge for them. Like, if they think that they can reach out to you and get you back, or try to get you back, or try to explain their behavior, it's all for naught though. I feel like it's a facade. It's not real. Let's see what else we get. So I feel like that might be a message from spirit to you, to watch maybe what you say to them or what they say to you, because I feel like things could be misconstrued between the two of you. All right. I keep popping up with this privileged lady, so I feel like they may think that you're like a trophy. You may be so beautiful to them. You might possess things that they've never had in another partner. This doesn't have to be feminine energy. It can resonate however, but I'm feeling like they feel this way about you. Like they almost like look up to you in a weird way because they've not seen anybody or encountered anybody like you. So they're drawn. They're definitely drawn to you. But I get a very unstable energy from them. So let's see anything else you need to know about this, about the future, about anything, closure, healing, anything like that. What else? What else? Just dropped a card. We're taking it. We're picking it up. Hold on. So let's say, don't stray away from your path. So spirits, I feel like spirit wants you to stay on the path that's away from them at this time. I mean, if they ghosted you, they showed you their behavior. They showed you they didn't want what they wanted in the moment. And this could have been from a while ago, but they still don't know what they want. And I feel like they're willing to drag you through the mud if that's only like an experiment for them. Like it's almost like they want to experiment with love and they want to use you as that person and not be stable about it. So you're being pushed away from this. Look at that. Use your head. So, you know, it could be a matter of the heart and the head with this person, but spirit's like, use your head about this one because you know deep down they're not that good for you. You know they're unhealthy is what I'm hearing from spirit. So let's see a card for you. Something to do for healing or closure. Something to maybe know about yourself. Let's see. Ooh, look at that. You deserve... I love that. It's the Evil Queen card, but you deserve sugar, not salt. So think of it this way. The Evil Queen didn't start out evil. Something drove her to that. Something made her that way. Something disappointed her. Her heart was broken in some way. And, you know, maybe she went on from that day on thinking that she deserved bad. You know, someone in your life mistreating you, that's what this card really represents. So this person was mistreating you. And you just kept trying to see the good in them, but they kept disappointing you. Or they have disappointed you. And the truth is that some people don't deserve second chances at all. So that's what, if that person reaches out, no. And as difficult as that may be, this is a sign right here with this card that you need to cut them loose. Unfollow them. Get rid of their social media shit. Maybe block their number. It's time to move on is what I'm getting from spirit. You also got that sort of stay on that path and use your head. So, you know, do whatever it takes to find that inner peace. Do whatever it takes to know that, you know, you are as precious as gold and you deserve to be treated as so. I hope that that was helpful to you. So if you chose card number 3, let's see what we've got here for the reason that you were possibly ghosted. Ooh, we've got Temperance. So interestingly enough, I feel like this has to do with patience and balance. You know, this person could have ghosted you, but it may be that they needed time. They weren't able to communicate that to you. So we're going to dive a little bit deeper into this. And what's a major reason or a major motivation or a major fear of theirs dealing with this connection with you? They have issues with control. I feel the need to control things. So that could be how much they feel towards you or how much they don't. They feel like they need to be in control of how fast it goes, of what the context of the relationship is. They want to be able to control their partner. It could be an issue. That could be something that, you know, you're needing to learn here from that connection. It could be that, you know, this was a red flag type thing and you might have been pushed away from getting involved with somebody that was particularly controlling. Let's see what else with them. Oh, they've got lack of self-focus. I learned to always take the attention off of myself. Interesting with those cards. Because we've got this control issue and then we've got this lack of focus. So they're kind of like all over the place. And I also feel like they might have issues with mental health or drugs and alcohol. Something else is going on with this person. I almost feel like they're self-medicating. You might not know this. But something with that, something's going on with them. I feel like they just can't find their balance no matter what they do. Very, very difficult. Let's see something else. So they've not felt like smart enough, good enough their whole life. So that could be some issues with that too. Like why they're not, you know, accepting this connection, or they feel Like they just don't want to pursue anything at this time. That could be why. Let's see what else we're getting. 'Cause, like, what was the main reason here? Doubts and fears, or like, what was one of the main reasons they ghosted you? They're confused. Where do you stand? Interesting. So maybe they didn't say that. Maybe they didn't know where they stood with you. Or you don't know where you stand with them, or didn't know where you stand with them. But they didn't know. They were confused. I feel like they might have been a little disillusioned by something, and it put them into this confusion energy. Let's see what else. So they're not seeing what's real. You might not be seeing what's real about this. It might just be that this was some type of a strange lesson that you both had to learn. Look, we've got this burnt out, feeling hopeless. Yeah, I mean, they might just have issues with communicating. They might not know how. They might feel judged easily. They might feel like they're not smart enough or good enough for you. But something left them feeling confused. Something left them feeling like they didn't know what to do. They might have some issues with poverty. They might have some issues with that. They might feel like they're not good enough in any area. They might feel like they can't even handle their everyday life. They might have real issues, real battles going on in their personal life that they did not want you to know about. They might be ashamed of some things. They might be. They really, I feel like they're feeling very worn out. Yeah, they could have been worried about your expectations of them, or your expectation of what they were going to bring to the table or do for you back. I don't feel like you gave that vibe off. I feel like this is just something that they struggle with. They might feel this way about every connection they've ever had. Let's see, what else do we need to know about them, their fears, or anything we need to know about the future. So we've got take the reins. I feel like if you feel like you've lost any power over this at all, you haven't. And what I'm feeling like is if they reach out to you or try to come back, you're the one that has to set the tone, and you're the one that has to like kind of boss it and take the reins and steer it where you want it to go. Let's see what else we need to know. So look, we've got poison apple. You need to be careful who you trust. This person might not be trustworthy because their energy is all over the place. They might be going to multiple people with this. I almost feel like they put on an act. You know, they try to come off as like they got their shit together and everything's okay. That's toxic. It's almost like fool me once, fool me twice. You know what I mean? So, you know, they may come back at you and try to fool you into thinking that they've changed or that they're better, or that could have already happened. And this might be the second round of ghosting. Very possible. Let's see, what else do we need to know from Spirit in regards to this connection? You know, sort of moving forward. What's a message to sort of close out here for you? Interesting. I don't know how this is going to fit, but look at what we're getting here. Feather. Think first before you judge. That's interesting. So I don't know if this person lifted you up, and let you fall kind of like flat. That's kind of what I'm getting. I feel like it might mean that you just need to examine this situation a little bit better. It might be that, you know, you don't feel justified in your actions, or they don't feel justified in their actions, or you want some type of justification. You want closure. You want to have your moment where you're like, what the F did you do to me? You know, like maybe that. I get that they kind of like led you up. They took you all over the place is what I'm getting. You know, that must, it's complicated, because I feel like they do have real feelings for you, but they're all messed up all over the place. Sometimes things are not always clear. Like I'm getting from Spirit, you know, take a second look at this whole thing. You might have missed something. There might be something that, you know, in the background that you missed about this person that might help you get a little bit more clarity. Yeah, I hope that this was helpful, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. I'm trying to get to 5,000. Help me out and share this if you found it helpful. And check the link in my description box for private reading information. Let me shed some light for you. All right. See you all in the next reading.